What's going on? It's me, Jerupidus, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force. So we've just beaten back the Runefaustian ambush in town, and Nova has instructed us to go talk to the king, which we are going to do right away, but why don't we talk a little bit with the townsfolk and see if their attitude towards Runefaust has changed now. Hey, where did that witch go? She's up to no good? Mark my words. Yeah, she's gone. Interesting. This person has the same thing to say, so let's move on. Never trust Runefaust. That's what I always say. No, it absolutely isn't, you liar. Thank you for getting rid of that evil Kane person. You're welcome. I don't like him at all. Although he does look pretty badass. I will give him that. We were never in any real danger. Who would hurt us? Just pure denial from this lady. I think I'll return to Guardania. They need me. I mean, they could probably use some help, yeah? Perhaps in Manarina, they'll know how to deal with Kane. That's a good point. Maybe the mages know something we don't. I wish you well in your quest. Come back when it's over and you can relax. Yep, but there's no time for relaxing now. Lady. Here we go. We're going to help rebuild Guardania. It's the least we can do to repay you. Well, that's good. It's good that people are going to go help our hometown because no one believed us that it was attacked and that Runefaust would do something like that. Those brutes, they splashed mud on my new dress. Yep, that's who did it. It wasn't me. Let's see if I can do it again, though. Now my dress is ripped, too. This poor woman. I wish that you could buy her a new dress and make up the abuse that we've rained upon her. But you can't. Her dress is just ruined forever. I would have fought with you, but I didn't want the battle to be too lopsided. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. It would have just been an absolute rout if this old man had joined us. At least the friar's back. He got out of jail, so that's nice. Oh well, it was nice while it lasted. Yeah, you don't get to stand up there anymore. The boss is back. Before you came, the Knights of Runefaust spoke of the town of Rindo. Interesting. Maybe that's where they're headed, and that's where we should go next. Ah, Rindo, lots of money there. Yes, yes, a fine town. I do like the idea of a town with lots of money. Not that money matters in this game at all, but you know, as an adventurer, the mention of gold pricks my ears up a bit. Good luck, Jerupidus. Give Kane a wallop for us. I will certainly try. Here's the thing, though. If we were to try that right now, Kane would absolutely annihilate us. Thank you for driving away those Runefaust beasts. You're welcome. It feels good. It feels good to drive beasts back to the abyss from whence they came. And let's see how the guards feel now. Not much interesting there. Chris is going with you. I'll hold you responsible if she gets hurt. I mean, that's fair. It would be mostly our fault for inviting her out adventuring with us. But we'll make sure Chris doesn't get hurt by keeping her in the back row like responsible adults. I'm glad to see you again, Jerupidus. Hey, you too, person I have no idea who you are. Well, I hope you're proud of yourself. You've ruined my business. Ah, yes. So, the business of sitting around and playing games all day is ruined. And I personally don't feel good about that, but me as the main character here, I do feel good about that. Good job, Jerupidus. We'll be on guard from now on. Yeah, where were you guys? Watching you fight was inspiring. No more sitting around all day for me. Well, that's good. That is very good. It warms my heart a bit. Sorry, Jerupidus, no time to chat. I've got a castle to guard. Yeah, now that they've seen that the threat is real, They are on their actual guard, which is nice. I feel good about having inspired people to do their jobs. The mages in Manarina are said to know everything about everything. Well, that's good, because I have questions about everything. Jail cell's empty, and there's no one down here. Okay, let's keep going. Yep, all these guys are gone too, but there is a treasure room over there, interestingly. So what if we head this way? Rindo even has a circus. I'd love to see a circus. Tell me about it if you see it. I doubt I'll be coming back to talk to you, but you know. 101 dungeon crafts, How Dark Was My Dungeon, and many more books. Those sound like books that I would want to read. Castle rules, no yelling, no running, no banging on the ceiling. Once again, rules you really shouldn't have to post. Like, come on, you guys. How to build a secret passage, how to hide gold, and many more books. Yeah, I mean, you would probably want some instructions when you're constructing a secret passage like the one we escaped the jail from. I feel like the book probably recommends not putting it inside your prison cell, but what do I know? Nothing. Decoy chest again. Nothing, and come on. 50 coins. That is super unexciting, but that's okay. Opening treasure chests is kind of its own reward. I need this lady to get out of this passage. How has she wandered in there? This is terrible. Oh, no. All right. She finally got out of the way. Let's talk to these two knights. To think that we let a snake like Kane in here. Never again, Cherupitus. Yeah, I mean, come on, you guys. Did you get a look at him? I shall never fail my king again. Trust me. Yeah, you don't want to end up like Varios, that's for sure. Kane of Runefaust spoke of a door and a key. Has he found the key yet? I don't think so. Then there's still time. We must hurry after him. We plan to do exactly that. Cherupitus, I wasn't myself. Kane had some power over me. Can you forgive me? You know what? Yes, I can. Thank you. I want to help you. Search the dragon head to reveal a secret passage. Now, the dragon head, it's not really obvious what he's talking about from right here, but it is just not very far away right here. And you can't search this before, so there's some kind of joking fan theory that he had this installed during the fight outside. There's a chain inside the head. Do you wish to pull it? Yes, I do. And that's going to reveal a door behind the waterfall. Once again, is there something behind the waterfall? There has to be. You have to put something behind a waterfall. Everyone knows that. The legacy of the ancients, the door, the key. What can it all mean? No matter what the cost, the mystery must be solved and Runefaust's plans foiled. And that's the end of the chapter. And we are going to head right into Chapter 2. Why not? Chapter 2, Spirit of the Holy Spring. Cherupitus and the Shining Forest followed Kane's trail to the town of Rindo. And here we are, and this is, again, I know that I've said it 100 times, but this is what I mean about a simplified RPG. Like, you literally can't go anywhere but Rindo right now. So why don't we go to Rindo? Let's check out the item shop. A warrior's only as good as his tools, right? And you seem to need some new ones. Maybe. What do you have? So we've got power staves, and these are awesome. They allow your mages to hit for more than one, which is pretty good. And we're going to give them to Tau. And that's going to be about it. I don't really need to level my healers because I'm not planning on using them. So nothing else for now. But check this out. So Tao's attack currently is 9. This bumps it up to 17. And just for comparison, let's look at, like, I don't know, Luke's attack. Luke's attack is 19, so she's just 2 beneath Luke now with the Power Staff. That is ridiculous. But it's awesome. And it means that as part of a final swarm, if your frontliners have died against the boss and your mage is out of MP, they can kind of rush in there and hit. It doesn't end up being particularly relevant, but it's confidence-inspiring, I will say. And let's sell stuff we don't need. $240 coins, that's so much. Let's see who else has extraneous equipment. I'm comfortable with May and Ken set up for now, but we can get rid of these hand axes. And are we holding anything else extraneous? Yes, wooden staff. Yep, that's all. And once again, we could give those power staves to our healers. We can easily afford them, but we really just don't need to. The name is Boken. I'm going crazy in this dull place. Does anything ever happen? Now, Boken is an interesting character, and I'll talk a little bit more about him and why I like him, but he's going to be showing up places as we go. The Adventure is Life, Danger is My Life, and many more books. Alright, what else is there to do around here? Rindo Theater, actors and actresses wanted. They won't let me inside. They say I'm a bad actor. What do critics know? I mean, they might be right about you, but we'll see. The play is about to begin. It's about Runefaust routing Guardania. Want to see it? That sounds like something that I don't want to see, but let's say yes. Go sit down, it's starting. We're gonna do that, but let's talk to everyone first. I always enjoy these plays. The glory of Runefaust should be wonderful. That sounds terrible. What are you talking about? Go Runefaust, go Runefaust. Apparently Runefausts are just fan favorites and everyone is unimpressed with our hometown Guardania. A fine play with strong performances all around. I've seen it many times already. Man, I can't wait to get to this play. Look at this, that looks just like me. What a rotten role. I can't stand this much longer. So you're playing me and you hate your role? I'm apprehensive already. What a great role. The actor's life is for me. And he, of course, is playing a Runefaustian knight. Let's see if I can't search this bookshelf from here. The Rindo Theater Group, acting techniques, and many more books. It's interesting that people who are already hired to be in the play should need an acting book, but you know who really needs the acting book is this guy outside. So let's check the play out. Thank you for waiting. The show will now begin. Take that, you Guardania wimp, and that, and that. Please don't kill me, mighty Runefaust knight, please. You're too weak to live, you lowly worm. Take that. Aye, you've killed me. So shall Runefaust's foes always fall. Pow, bang, smash. And everyone applauds. And that's it. That's the whole play. Thank you and come again. To roaring applause. We're looking forward to your next visit. And so this is the play that this guy is too poor of an actor to be in. And I, of course, just get my ass kicked by Runefaust, and everyone loves it. Okay, they don't have anything new to say after their spellbinding performance. That doesn't sit right with me, but we'll visit that a little bit later. Circus coming soon to this location. That would be this location here. Yep, the circus tent will be right over there. Okay. Sorry, stranger. Soldiers bought almost all our ships. That one is the mayor's. So probably he means the Runefaustian soldiers came through here, bought all the ships, and sailed away. Which is unfortunate for us. Let's check out this treasure box. Ah, yes, the speed ring. So the speed ring is going to give us 4 speed. By us, I mean whomever equips it. And it can also cast Egress. So we're not going to have this on me because I can already cast Egress. We're going to give it to someone else. And I probably want to give it to someone in the back row who has a reasonable speed stat. And we already have Tao with the Angel Wing, but I kind of like the idea of her getting to go more often. She is lagging just a little bit behind our highest leveled characters. And she's going to stay with us all the way through the end of the game, so let's give it to her. And that's going to move her agility from 9 to 13. But then we can give away her Angel Wing. And we can give that to someone like, I don't know, Gong. Why not? He doesn't have a great speed stat, but he will always be in the back, so he will be safe and be able to get us out of there if we get in too much trouble. And that's the first of, let's see here. It's going to be 6 total rings. That's the first of 6. And that one doesn't seem like it's that good, but it can be very good. And let me talk really quick about why. There's a trick you can do with regard to turn order in this game where if you leave the ring unequipped and then move, and then when you, at the end of your turn, when you're going to stay or attack, then equip the speed ring. Your order in turns is determined by your agility and whoever moved last. So if you equip the ring that was previously unequipped and improve the agility of the person who moved last, that's going to bump them up in the turn order. So they will frequently get an extra turn when they otherwise might not. Now, I consider that to be kind of cheap, and we're not really going to use it. A little bit because I'm lazy, and B, because I'm already fiddling around with equipping things with May and Ken, and I don't really want to do that too much. I think it's a little bit boring. But it is a neat trick that you can use if you want to. When I get older, I'll have a shop of my very own. I hope you will, kid. Alright, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any buildings. Let's check out in here. The Legacy of the Ancients, go to Manarina and ask the mages. They'll know. That is definitely something we're interested in asking them about, because we still don't know that much about it. 101 Ways to Cook Dragon, love those spices, and many more books. I wonder how the dragon meat is. I would probably try it. Welcome, we have a wide variety of items for you. Take a look. I'm guessing you don't actually have a wide variety, though. Nope, you sure don't. Basically, item shops are never going to have anything new for pretty much the rest of the game. Sadly. Alright, what's going on in here? Modern Science, Do Witches Really Float, and many more books. Those are very interesting books to have right next to each other. Inventions and Inventors, Suits of Armor, and many more books. So let's check this out. Whew, it's heavy and hot. Now you'll notice right away that he's got a character portrait. So let's talk to his friend over here. Croc the Genius, that's me. Look at my steam suit. Gunce, walk over here. It still doesn't seem right. Silence, just do as I ask. Okay, okay. It stopped, not again. Oh dear, we're back to the old drawing board. So he's got some sort of... I think he looks a bit like an armadillo, but maybe it could be a different animal. I'm not quite sure, but he's an animal basically in a steam-powered suit of armor, pretty much. I'm still working on it, but the steam suit is almost done. And his name is Gunce. We'll talk more about him later, though. Secrets of the Universe, Eerie Science, and many more books. I would read both of those books for sure. Home Alchemy Handbook, Lead to Gold, and vice versa, and many more books. And I love that that's in there, because alchemy is such an interesting piece of history. That's Dr. Croc. A brilliant man, but no common sense. Yes, the absent-minded professor character archetype. Of course he is. Who else would put an armadillo in a steam suit? I can't wait for the circus. Isn't it exciting? It is. I'm looking forward to the circus too, but maybe for different reasons than this lady is. Guardania's Princess Anri is in Manarina. I hope things are quieter there. I hope so too. I hope the princess is safe. When you reach Manarina, see Otrant. There's nothing he does not know. So this guy knows a little bit more about the plot of the game than we do, which he says when you reach it. So we're definitely going there. I hope that's not too much of a spoiler. Of course we're going to go to all of the places that get mentioned to us. Okay, we've talked to you already and seen that terrible, terrible place, so I think the only place left to go is here. Yes, I am the mayor. Kane of Runefaust bought all our ships and sailed away. So sorry, no ships are left. My ship, you can't have it. Now please leave. All right, fair enough. My father is the mayor of this fine town. And the mayor says no to us borrowing the ship. Our son is just dying to see the circus. Well, that's good to know. Who wouldn't want to go see an old-fashioned circus? Although I think most people nowadays think that things like elephants in circuses are uncomfortable to watch, and I sort of agree. Or things like, I don't know, the freak show. All of those things have not aged well. The History of Rindo, Famous Rindo Mayors, and many more books. He wants to know what his competition is like. I love the circus. Yep, that's the kid that can't wait to go. Business Sense, How to Become Rich, and many more books. Okay. I would love to read a book called How to Become Rich out of sheer morbid curiosity, because I feel like it would be filled with absolute nonsense. And it seems like we've talked to everyone and done everything here. So with that, I guess it's time to head out. And surprise, surprise, we are headed to Manarina, but there are monsters in our way. So Nova says our enemies seek to stop you from reaching Anri and Manarina. You must succeed. And succeed we shall. So let's check out what we're dealing with. We have some bats, super fun. Love those guys. And this is our first encounter, I think, with zombies. Yeah, it has to be. And we have some mages backing up the zombies. So this is gonna be tough, I would say. But let's get to it. And we are going to position ourselves on these green grass squares as much as possible, because the other ones have a 30% land effect and these only have 15. These will leave us a little bit more mobile, so we're going to do that as much as possible. And you can see, these giant bats are kind of ugly to look at. But the fact that they've got these hideous bat creatures, zombies, things like that, are why people in Guardania are like, I'm gonna have nightmares for the rest of my life after this assault. And I have to believe that they brought more of their heavies for that assault to do that much damage to the town. It wasn't a couple of goblins. Let's see if I can tempt these bats to break formation by moving Tau up a little bit. And you can probably guess it's going to take us a long time to get across this battlefield. So, I feel like now is probably a good time to talk a little bit about the development of this game. Because I like to read a lot about where games I really love come from, who made them, and if possible, you know, these games are very old. This one is from 1992. But if possible, find some development stories about them. But a lot of those get lost to the sands of time. Now, I'm gonna wait with May because I feel like if I hit the bridge, they're gonna advance and then gum this whole thing up. And I really want to get a character here so that I can have a potshotter behind them. It may not matter much, but I don't want May to be my front line here, so we're gonna wait. Yeah, me neither. I don't want me out there. That seems like a bad plan for sure. But I think these bats are going to try to assault us while we're engaged with these guys, so we do want to have a solid front line up top. And so now that you've seen a reasonable amount of the combat in this game, you might think it looks a little bit familiar. This is not the first SRPG ever made, but it is, in my opinion, a pretty good one. It was the first one that I ever played, and I found the combat system just so cool. I had never seen anything like it. I mean, you know, this is 1992. I don't think it was 92 when I played it, but it was probably right around then. And there weren't really very many other games like this in the United States. But if you're a big old school gamer, then you know about a game called Fire Emblem. And you're probably thinking that this game looks just like Fire Emblem for the most part. It's got lots better graphics. You know, I'm gonna keep May here. I think I want my ranged attacker to be Tao. Get these blazes down. Now, the lead developer of this game's name is Hiroyuki Takahashi. And he was asked, it's a very... Ooh, Tao levels up. I love that. Can I get more MP? One more? Okay, good enough for me. It's gonna have to be. We're not save stating this. So most people at the time who were aware of Fire Emblem would be like, so Takahashi, you were influenced by Fire Emblem to make this game, right? I think I'm gonna actually... No, that's like way too ballsy, right? Coming up here. I mean, maybe it's not. Man, this is a tough choice. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I'm gonna not do that. That seems just crazy. I think Hans can come out here, though. No, that's also crazy. Let's leave him here. Ken can come out, though. He can survive a couple of hits. And let's make sure we hit this one, I think. No, actually, let's hit this one because this one will be hittable by coming around the side. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like maybe I'm thinking about this stuff way too hard, but I kind of want to play intelligently if possible. I definitely struggle to do things intelligently in my everyday life, so... Yeah, let's try and drop this one. There we go. So anyway, people would ask Takahashi, like, you were influenced by Fire Emblem, right? Like, this game looks just like Fire Emblem. And his reply, to paraphrase, was absolutely not. That game sucks. It has terrible tempo, and it made me never want to play it. Now, that reply is definitely bullshit if you look at Fire Emblem at all. You're like, this game is just a lots better Fire Emblem, at least the very first Fire Emblem. Although I think that game's a mobile game now, and I have strong feelings about the badness of mobile games. You know what, I'm a little less scared of these Dark Dwarves than I am of these bats. There are a lot of bats, and they're hard to hit, so why don't we get started on trying to hit them now? Oh, almost had the double attack, but it of course missed. So Takahashi thinks Fire Emblem sucks, and says this is actually influenced primarily by Dragon Quest, which, to be fair, he was executive producer of Dragon Quest II and associate producer of Dragon Quest IV. So that answer makes sense. But he also said, let's see here. Yeah, I want to start hitting these bats. In fact, why don't we go ahead and get out our handy-dandy bronze spear. Bronze lance, I keep doing that. And we'll go ahead and hit this one. Just because I feel like other people will be able to reach it, maybe not the further away one. Yeah, like this, for example. Are you using your spear? Let's get that out. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So he says it's primarily influenced by Dragon Quest, but then also a little-known game for Japanese PCs called Silver Ghost. And I've taken a look at gameplay footage of Silver Ghost, and let me tell you, there is no way that that was his primary influence. I feel like that's just a, kind of hipstery response almost. Nice double attack, Luke. Yes. Where you're like, oh no, I'm actually influenced by this really obscure game that looks absolutely terrible. Let's get the kill shot on this giant bat. Never mind. Oh, never mind again. I'm gonna hit this thing for 19. Man, I'm a beast. And I'm level 6. I only get 1 speed. That's sad. So, in summation, I think this game was absolutely influenced by Fire Emblem. I think that Takahashi is just a little too cool to admit it. But that being said, I think he did what he set out to do, which was make a better game than the original Fire Emblem. Although, that game was kind of dunked on by critics, but people really liked it. Like, regular people thought it was a good game. I don't actually know very much because I've never played the original Fire Emblem, or really any Fire Emblem game. My love for SRPGs comes from this series. Ooh, crit. Taste it. Yeah, I'm just gonna get in there. I'm feeling myself right now. 13? I'm a monster. My love of SRPGs comes from this game and Final Fantasy Tactics, primarily. Which is a game I'm definitely gonna play on the channel. I just kind of want to do things in order, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's just a bat. I guess May can have this kill. Like, I want to... I want to be really efficient with how I'm dealing out my experience points to my team, but I also want to be efficient in how quickly I'm completing these battles. So once in a while, I'm going to do something that could be described as suboptimal just to keep the fight moving. But I think we understand well enough how the experience point system works, so I don't really need to talk about that anymore. But I do think it's interesting that I think that Dragon Quest is widely regarded as a very good series. I never really played that one either. I was too enamored with Final Fantasy, and I think that that experience is fairly typical for Americans. Japanese people really loved Dragon Quest. Americans really loved Final Fantasy. Oh, that's such perfect spacing by me. God, I'm good at this game. Yep, perfect spacing. Look at that. I'm amazing. Alright, can I reach anyone? I cannot, so I'm gonna stay here. May can take a shot, though. Six is not bad, but it's mildly concerning. Okay, she levels up. Defense by 4? Wow. Yeah, and so this is a pretty good example of exactly what you want to do. You really want to make sure that you're spacing these guys out so that they can't just walk up and drop like a Blaze 2 on you. And I'm going to kill this Dark Mage before it gets a turn if I possibly can. Well, was good enough for me. Hopefully someone else can reach it. Luke levels up. I love that. So the problem is I'm afraid Hans is going to get hit back, but I'm going to go for this anyway. But I think I never finished my thought about this game and Final Fantasy Tactics. And what I was going to say, okay, just going after Gong. I don't really even care if I lose Gong, to be honest. That is quite a bit of damage, though. And that shows why you need to space these guys and just rush them. So I'm going to drop this Dark Mage. I don't want to eat a Blaze. But what I was going to say, and what I meant about going in order, is I kind of want to play these games in the order that I played them chronologically. But more than that, I like to show... Oh, that crit made me scared for a second there. Stunning attack, only 2 damage. That 4 defense is really coming in handy. Alright, so this sniper on the left here already went, so I definitely want to drop this. Oh, no. Whoops. Well, if I had equipped Ken properly, what I wanted to do was drop that one because his turn will be sooner, probably. If that one gets to go, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna be so embarrassed. All right. Yep, let's take him out. Anyway. I like to show sort of the progression of games as well, because you wouldn't have Tactics particularly, I don't think, without games like this coming before them. And while Tactics, you could argue, maybe, is one of the best games ever made, I really love this game. I think this game has a ton of charm, and is just straight up fun to play, and the soundtrack is just so memorable. And despite the fact that none of the characters have very much characterization, they're all very memorable somehow. Where when you say one of the characters' names to me in this game, I can instantly picture them. I can instantly picture their portrait. I remember what they do. And I think that's just remarkable. Now that, of course, may have more to do with the time period in my life, you know, my childhood when I played this game, than anything in particular about the game's actual design. But that might not be true. I think the art and the sprite art in this is just fantastic. So it really is just an absolute standout game for the Sega Genesis for me. And I think a lot of people feel that way. Like, I read a lot of comments, and I do a lot of research on games as well before I play them, because I know a lot about them, but I want to have even more to talk about than I already do, because if you're watching this, you may actually want to know this stuff, and believe me, nobody in my everyday life wants to hear this kind of crap from me. So I think I'm going to position Luke up here and try to slip around behind and take out those mages. We'll see. Uh-oh. Okay. This is not good. I got hasty, and that zombie might break formation too, and my healers are nowhere near him. So I did get a little impatient. Okay, that's very lucky. The AI made a huge mistake there. Let's back off. You can see how badly Luke is hanging, though. All right, yeah, let's get her out in front, and let's go ahead and use... Whoops. Let's go ahead and use our healing, our medical herb. Yeah, and you can see there, I was right. People who are not healers do not get to gain experience points from using healing items. Let's get Luke back to full health and get him out of there. Okay, he can't chase him down. That's good. Little strategic retreat there. Let's not burn all our medical herbs. Let's try to get some heals casted. Because if I'm using all of my healing items, people are taking actions, but they're not gaining XP. And that's something you'd prefer to avoid if you can. She's got 3 casts of this. We might as well. Oh yeah, that's something I forgot to mention. So you saw just there when I was casting heal on Tao, her staff looks different. They went through the trouble of making sure for every single weapon in the game, making a different model for it in the combat screen, which I think is just awesome. It's a really nice piece of attention to detail. It's always disappointing in older games when you equip something new and your character looks exactly the same. So I absolutely love that. That is a very nice touch in my opinion. Yep, let's get a heal down on Ken. Why not? Because we're going to want to make sure we're at full life for this, because there is no way that we're going to be able to make sure that both these dark mages don't get a turn. The zombies are just going to be too tough. And there's not going to be a great way to sneak around behind them without them breaking formation like that. So we're just going to make sure we're in a good formation. We're going to be real patient here. and get everybody nice and lined up, because a big key here is gonna be Tao's Blaze too. You can see these formations that they are perfectly stacked so that Tao can land a Blaze 2 and hit everybody. But they are gonna be able to get a pretty vicious counterattack from one of these formations. One of them will be able to devastate, but the other one's gonna get a full counterattack. Yeah, I'm nervous to move a step up there. So we're going to decide which one we're going to hit first. I think we'll just go for the top one. And my reasoning is that the bottom-most zombie may have a little bit of trouble getting to us, whereas the top one is going to be able to get around behind us. It's a little harder for the bottom one to do it, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but that's what we're going to go with. And we need to be really careful about our spacing because of the Blaze 2 from the mages. So I want to make sure that I can get everybody a square apart as we approach. Man, this is tough. If I go here, that mage is going to get me, I think. So I'm going to go around back and get him up top. It's gonna take a little while, but... if he breaks and just casts it on me, I'm fine with that. Alright, that's 9. That's a little scary if the zombie can get to me. So what I'm gonna do is just make sure... Uh-oh. Alright, well. Yeah, let's hit him. What I was gonna say is I want to use an herb on myself if I possibly can, but it might be more important to just drop this mage. But he did manage to get 2 blazes down, which is pretty gross. Yeah, and you can see Mei has huge defense, and those things can hit her for 4, so it's definitely concerning. But now we're just going to make sure we're watching our spacing with regard to this bottom mage. This is a timely heal, though. And now Gong is kind of out of things to do. Alright, let's not mess this up again. That could have been a disaster. It ended up fine, but you really don't want to accidentally hit stay. You get really accustomed to just kind of pressing A, because the game is well designed where, for the most part, when you're in combat, it kind of knows what you want. Or, like, what the best thing to do is, I guess. I'm nervous about this spacing, but it's kind of bad no matter what the mage tries to do. Let's just make sure we're, like, in range to get to Gort, I guess. Let's see if this would have dealt me 9. 6? Well, a crit would have done it, or a double attack, so that was definitely a little dicey there. Now, we do need to hit this mage, but I feel like it's just going to kind of get us no matter what we do. So let's start hacking away at these zombies, I guess. Okay, he chose to do nothing. That is so lucky. Let's get Mei's lance out. But this is what I mean. So when you come here and you press A, it just picks the right one most of the time. And it's default on attack, so you can really get used to autopiloting just pressing A and sometimes accidentally end up staying because you're holding the wrong weapon like I did. Just 2? That is so ugly. I really wish that Tao could get her blaze down. Like, I feel like that's why this is giving me as much trouble as it is she's just in a bad spot. I guess I wasn't paying attention to that. So that's my fault. This is gonna get uglier than it probably should. Nice! That helps a lot. So let's make sure we're kind of out of Tao's way. Yeah, let's keep working on the same one and just get them down a unit. But this is probably just gonna be 1. Yep. Hans, you're terrible. But he did get to level 4. And he got 1 more speed. This is what I mean. Hans is just awful. But he's similar to a lot of really bad characters where if you choose to grind him, he actually becomes very good. I hope this doesn't one-shot him. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge, Hans. Way to go. But characters that are really, really bad, like Gort and like Hans, you can grind, and they become quite incredible much later. It's just a matter of really putting the effort into them. That's kind of true of every character in this game. There are definitely good and bad characters, but they're really only good and bad contextually. I know I've kind of harped on this point a lot, but I think it's pretty fascinating stuff that if you just like a character and you choose... Oh, May got poisoned? I think that's the first time we've seen that. Let's definitely get the heal down on me. But if you just like a character and you choose to put the effort into them, they will, across the board, become quite good. It's just a matter of whether or not you think that effort ends up being worth it. Can Tao get a turn, please? I'm worried about Gord out here, but I'm gonna attack anyway. Alright, level 5. Can I get more defense? I can. That should mean that he'll be able to survive 1 to 2 zombie attacks. Yes! Perfect. As you might imagine, undead are vulnerable to fire. Oh, this feels so good. Tao's level 6, love that. Little more speed, 2 more hit points, and 3 more MP. Oh, she's already in the 20s? That is so exciting. Yeah, we're not going to mess around with these zombies and try to be optimal. I'm just going to drop one if I get the chance. And that didn't work at all. Man, they have so much defense. I feel like I should try... Well, he's not going to deal 2, though. Still, let's get out of the way of this one and just hit it. Okay, I like that attack. Just 6 is no big deal. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this one for sure. It's possible I should have gone to help Gort, but with that level up, I think he's gonna be just fine. Cool. Let's use a healing item then. And now Gort is certainly going to win this 1v1. Is there anyone that needs a heal? Let's do May, it's more hit points. And we can't take our MP with us, so we may as well use it. Oh, I'm glad I healed May then. Oh, one of the things I didn't get to mention about Fire Emblem, though... Oh, almost got the double attack. That would have been so sick. Is that Fire Emblem has a permanent death system, where if you lose a character... You know what? I'm just going to drop a straight-up Blaze 2 on this guy. I think it'll be awesome. But if you lose a character in Fire Emblem... Oh, execution style. Good night. Oh, yeah. Novacetus Cerupidus, now enter Manarina. We must inform Anri about Guardania. Yeah, Anri doesn't know what happened because people don't have cell phones in the Middle Ages. But to really quickly finish my thought before I end the episode here, a way to play this game is with permanent death. And I think that's a very interesting idea, but we'll maybe elaborate on that a little bit more next time because I'm all out of time for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.